Yes, guys, we're wrapping up here as Manchester United have lost by 2-1 against a Brighton team with many changes. A Brighton team that was just set up to just take the mick out of Man United, which is exactly what it did, Fabian Hurstler and his men. Yeah. How do you describe that out of another cup as well? Officially can't win anything now. Not that we were going to win that FA Cup, but, you know, it was the last chance to do it and the players put in that type of performance.
These guys aren't winners. That's the takeaway from today. They're not winners. You can't ever imagine any of them players lifting the Premier League title. And that gives you your answer. They should not be playing for this club, half of them. Like, genuinely speaking, half of them, Flex, they should not be playing for this club. I've seen enough of these guys week in, week out to know, especially Dallo. Like, please sell him. He cannot play for United in 26-27 season. He just cannot pull on that shirt. There's many others that are just absolute passengers. But for me today, they've defined it that they are not winners. To go out to Brighton and Grimsby, Brighton's second team and Grimsby's first team or second team, whatever they are, they're Division 2 side, and we allowed them to play us off the park. There's no Amorim here, so there's no excuses or no system formation. These guys can't play any system, even if you taught it to them. We need a full reset. From top to bottom, owners out, get them out. Get these players, half of them, out of this pitch.
A lot of talk about the ownership, the decision-making, the players. Basically, he's describing no hope until these things happen.
Bro, I've got little to no hope at all. Like, I can't lie. Bro, I went to Bilbao, yeah? I was there. I feel more directionless and hopeless right now. Yeah? Because
you felt that was the rock bottom, innit, where it can't get no worse than that.
I thought that could be the worst. Do you know what I mean? But, bro, honestly, I feel like us as a club, and as a fan base, by the way, we brought this on ourselves and we deserve this. Yeah? And I'll be honest, because, like, I just don't get it. Like, one side of the team are being like, oh, you know, you got to sack Amorim. Yeah, you got to get rid of him. Yeah? Well, we've got rid of him now. Everyone's saying we got to go 4 at the back. We've got 4 at the back. United DNA, we got Fletcher in the dugout, yeah. Shea Lacey playing. Kobe Mainoo ain't getting enough minutes. He's starting today. He played last game. I love Kobe, yeah, but he ain't shown me nothing even this season. And I was saying it to my boy over there as well. All season, the little chances he's been getting, he hasn't looked that good. And even last season, he didn't have a great season, obviously injuries and all of that. But it's like, what do we want? And we're complaining about the board then, and Ineos and Wilcox, but we're absolutely clamoring to give them another opportunity to make a mistake midway through the season.
But this is why the onus has turned towards Ineos, which it probably should have been from the start. But there's more pressure on them now than ever to sort of, you know, the process that's coming up in 1958 is one of a vote of no confidence for Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because they've come in and every single big decision they've had to make has been wrong and people are calling it out.
I think I don't know about you, but I think most United fans, including myself, would have had no confidence in the boardroom at this club at the beginning of the season. We didn't have to wait till January to sack our manager to do that. Like, we are moving backwards. We are shooting ourselves in the foot by sacking our manager mid-season, and we're hoping that we're going to be stronger once it heals. That's what we're doing, right? And it is absolutely nonsensical. And for all the Amorim outers, by the way, I just want to say congratulations. I hope you're happy. And that's
is
it.
that now? But then don't we do this as fans, whereby all of a sudden we might start saying, oh, remember with Oli though, we go back to that, or would Jose won us this, and then we start, because we're so scarred, we actually start doing this where we act like Amorim was doing a good job. He had the worst record we'd ever seen.
But we passed the ball better.
Oh, come on, man!
No, I'm not even.
Come on, we can't. I think this is this is actually describing how cooked we are. I'm not gonna. Like, and I'm involved. No, we've just said, like, Amorim's not here now. You wish for it. Like, he was dead, bro. Awful.
I hear that.
Awful.
I hear that, but
he finished 15th and lost to Spurs in the final. You was there.
I was there.
He should have got sacked for that.
Alright, cool. Let me respond. Right, bro. When Amorim left, yeah, whether we like it or not, we talk narratives, whatever. Forget about them stats narratives. Points on the board, which is the only stat that actually counts, yeah? We were 6th in the table, yeah? We hadn't played the FA Cup, we were still in it, but now we're 7th and we're out of the FA Cup. We have solved nothing by getting rid of him.
We haven't even got a permanent appointment since. Listen, because now it's going to turn into, am I giving Ineos credit to getting because I don't believe they're going to get the right guy, but we can't judge. What I think you're saying is basically saying we're no better off for sacking him because we've drawn against Burnley and we've gone out to think. But then if we would have got 2, not jammy wins, but 2 like opportunistic wins because there was a bounce and a good feel, you still can't judge that by saying that's because of Amorim, that's because of not Amorim. It's just because they got the win or they didn't.
Let me make it very clear. My point is that Amorim is the best manager ever and we should have kept him whatever. It might have been a mistake to have Amorim in the dugout, but you made your bed, now lay in it until the end of the season because that's what we're doing now anyway. We're going to have to wait until the end of the season anyway. So you might as well have just, like I said, you made the mistake of bringing him in, lay in your bed.
But that shows the incompetence because they didn't sack him because of results, bro. They sacked him because they fell out of him. And that's what we got to remember. Let me get around it. Yeah, I hear you. That's why we're hopeless.
You know,
what have you got to say on that, bro?
Where do you begin, right? Every manager that we have hired since 2013 has been progressively worse, and that is a reflection on the hierarchy top down. You interviewed me 3 years ago when Erik ten Hag came in, and I said to you, Erik ten Hag, at that time, need to make that clear. I said he's a great manager, destined to fail. He failed. You could click that interview up 3 years ago, and it would be exactly now, and it wouldn't seem out of context. We've got people like Omer who have never acted as a CEO in their capacity before, coming into Manchester United, arguably the biggest club in the world, in this capacity. How can you expect them to make the correct decisions for this club? Like, it will continually happen. I feel a sense of apathy now towards this club. I don't get angry.
You feel empty, innit?
Yeah, I feel empty. And the thing is as well, we talk about systems as well, and all the rest of it, right? Half of it is tactics, as in our tactics were not set up to win, basically, and the other half is that we are just purely incompetent in terms of players we got. Dallo, you can't put that down to tactics. Ugarte, you can't put that down to tactics. Dorgu as well. This list could go on. How much longer is this going to continue for us as a fan base to continue to endure this? I don't know.
What do you think should happen for the rest of the season in terms of, because we are going to get an interim manager, we obviously know that. So within the context of where we are, should it be Ollie? Should it be Carrick? Should it be just give it to Fletcher for the end of the season because it's just who cares? It don't matter. Yeah. What do you think?
With all due respect to your question, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It genuinely doesn't matter. You could put Ollie in there, and I think it would be a feel-good appointment. You know, Ollie's at the wheel. We'll get a few sing-along and stuff. But reality will hit fast. Reality's already hit. We haven't even got a interim post-manager.
Can't even get a bounce in the interim.
Call it. Like, we haven't even got that. And that is the state of the reflection of this club. Yeah. So with all due respect to your question, it is beyond the manager. And in terms of the players that we are hiring, that comes down to recruitment, that comes down to who we are scouting. And that will not change. That will not change this immediate future. So I'd like us as a fan base to stop, I guess, engaging in this conversation about the manager because it's way beyond that, and it's been beyond that for like the last 10 years now.
Little man, I'm going to come to you and finish off for you in 2 seconds. Bro, I remember you as a big advocate of Amorim. And this, listen, as you've seen, this is not what do you think now? Forget all of that. We're all in this together. But I'm just starting off on that foot because I remember you were saying be patient, stick with this manager. Now he's not here anymore, and clearly nothing has changed in the last 2 games. City on the weekend, then Arsenal. Like, severe damage is going to be done. How are you feeling about the football club now and the direction that it's going in, or lack of?
To be honest, for me, I think it's just the same old incompetence from the board. I think they're an absolute disgrace. I think it's just more of the same. It's just wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision. They can't seem to get it right. I don't know how Wilcox is still in the job if Amorim's gone. They don't know how to, mitigate risks. They don't know how to control situations. They don't know how to dial things down. They don't know how to fix problems. I think somebody in Jason Wilcox's place should be there. He's getting paid the big bucks. He should be there to make sure that these situations between him and Amorim and the board and everything are kept under control. There is zero control. I feel like we'd never know what we're going to get with Manchester United. It's the same old story. I have no faith in this season. I don't know what they're going to do now. I think the arrogance from the board to sack him because they had a little falling out. Like, come on, do better.
And this is the first time in a while where it really feels like everything is zapped out of everybody. Like, nobody's got, like that alternative view of, guys, come on, there's still this many games left, or guys, come on, Ollie, like, it doesn't matter look at this.
Listen, Flex.
It is Ian Bill settings, but there's nothing left.
I hear you said this to me before. You said to me, I always come with a positive approach. Yeah. I always try to look at the positive side, the nice positive angle. I have nothing. We were talking on the way up. Obviously, me and my boy here, we were talking on the way up to Old Trafford, and I was like, he's like, what do you reckon for today? No, I don't even know. I don't even care. I'm coming here to watch the games because, I'm a fan of the club, and that's what I'm going to come do and support the team. But
you're just doing it aimlessly, and we don't know why. Yeah.
It's like, what's even the point in even entertaining this anymore?
Yeah.
Season's screwed. It's written off. I guess we'll just have to wait until the summer, see if they can actually make a decision and get somebody competent in. But who competent is going to come in and take directions from?
Who would want to come in? Yeah.
Hey, listen, mate. No, don't play that system.
Yeah.
No. You play 4 at the back now. This is what you're going to do. You let Luis Enrique or Thomas Tuchel, who everybody seems like we're going to go for Tuchel probably or somebody like that. You think they're going to take any shit from Wilcox? Impossible. They're not going to listen to him. Because managers like that, with that level of pedigree, are going to come in and make decisions. And they're going to be like, this is my football club. I'm the manager, not the head coach or whatever, you don't think you're going to assign here. And there's just going to be more problems.
This is where we turn to the youth for positivity, bro. Do you have any positivity for us? Anything?
No, not.
I knew you was going to say that, man. I mean, listen, with what you're seeing, in your, how old are you?
11.
11, man. Oh, man. So, you haven't seen us, at the top. Your dad and your family have probably showed you videos, you've watched YouTube, you see how good we were. Yeah. What do you think to the things that you've seen online about how good we used to be versus what you see when you come to these games, man?
What I see is, like 3 years ago, every single game I came to, we was winning when we was with Ole or sometimes when we was with Erik ten Hag. And now Ruben Amorim's been sacked and we've played Brighton's B team and we're still losing it. The only goal that's come in is like the 85th or 86th minute, and that's only when we're telling them to attack.
Yeah, and do you know what? People were saying attack. It took for young Shear Lacey's probably only a couple of years older than you to come on, and he actually gave the place a lift. I know he got sent off, that's emotion, and he's young and he was the only one fighting for it, but you're right, we have to tell this team to attack.
Yeah. 2 people that I want to point out, Dalot and Martinez, they played absolutely rubbish. Dalot, I don't think he did anything right except for the time when he made 2 slide tackles.
Not good enough from him at all. And Martinez, we wanted him back. He's an experienced player. You expect better from him. And the play. Now Ruben Amorim's gone? How do you assess the players? Because you can't blame the manager now because he's lost his job. What do you think about the players? Like the whole squad?
The whole squad. I think everything's just being rubbish. As in right now, Ruben Amorim's gone and everything's out the window. I don't know what Darren Fletcher's going to do about it.
Yeah.
But as far as I've seen, we're probably not going to win any other games except for the easy ones that we do.
Man City coming up next. Any chance?
No.
Arsenal after that, any chance?
No.
He laughed. Listen, this just shows how much we're struggling out here. I've never actually done a roundup. I actually feel like this is like the end of Stranger Things where you go like this is the finale. We're not coming back no more. It just feels like the end. Obviously it's not, but I'll be here on the weekend like an idiot. But let us know, right? This is just a genuine feeling here at Old Trafford of how everyone's feeling. You don't know where to turn, you don't know where to look. There's no feeling of positivity from the old guys or the young guys. And that's all we got. Let us know what you lot are saying.